Hello, how are you? How are you feeling today? Are you able to take control of your brain? Last we discussed about that. Let's focus on when you are able to take control of your brain, what you are doing to your mind. Your mind is becoming stronger. So, you know, this is something which I came across many years back. I think it was around 2006, 5 or 6. I was heading a L&D team, and someone came to say that there's one person who wants to do a free session and he talks about mind. Um, I said, why does he want to do a free session? He said, no, just spreading. His work is to tell people to make his mind his friend. He's written a book and he wants to talk about it. I said, okay. And I was introduced to this book, little green book. Your mind is your best friend. It was an interesting one because the person who came was, his name was Sudhananda Baba. He wore a white dress. And in a corporate environment, when I see this, I was like, oh, is it something to do with religion? But he explained, no, it is not. What I'm going to explain is more about scientific part of it. Of course, there's a connection because our ancient wisdom tradition has it. So I have nothing against religion, but in a corporate environment, sometimes people are not comfortable if we are talking about one particular religion. So we focused on the science part of it. And I think the very concept that your mind is your best friend really gave me a lot of strength. What it meant was you don't have to look for friends outside. There's a friend who's sitting inside you. So you can actually have conversations with them. You can actually ask questions. You can listen to the questions. So it's a very good conversation which you can have with your friend who is your mind. If you do that, and there's a process to it, we have added something which is called a fly on the wall. So imagine your mind, this is something which is telling, let me go and do it. Another mind is telling, I will not do it. Now, if someone is observing as a fly on the wall yourself and seeing all the different layers of conversations that is happening within you, so you're watching your mind, the thoughts, the emotions, the feelings, the changes. And then we are basically understanding, analyzing. We are giving you a process to process your thinking here. So, one of the coaching process is grow. This was this was spoken by Sir John Whitmore, and he said, if you follow this model, this grow model, in which it is G for goal. So if this is the goal, R is reality. This is the reality. O is options. So you go with option one, option two, option three, option four. So if I have to reach this goal, here I am standing in the reality. I am exploring the different options and I'm choosing what I will do. That is the W, or the way forward. Now I decide how I will go forward. So what we're trying to say is, if you have you're thinking like, I have to make X amount of money this year. This is your goal. What is the reality? I am earning X minus 5. What are the different ideas? What are the different ways I can go? Option one, I can go and pick up something extra. Option two, I can go and invest rightly. All this, and then you can say that, okay, I will do option one, option two, option three. This is my way forward. I will go here. So in your mind, you are having a clarity. So all these conflicting things, whether I should do it, I will do it, it's not. Sometimes our mind becomes very cloudy. It's all up there. But if you sit there and observe your mind and have a clarity, okay, let me see. What is my goal? This is my goal. What is happening now? What is my reality? This is what it is. What are the ways I can move here? These are the ways. Let me go forward. So you are having an inner conversation to move from one place to the other. So it's a very structured, organized way of going towards it. Very simple coaching tool, which you can put on yourself and try that out. So let me invite you to consciously identify any thought, idea, or anything which you have intention you want to do, and use this model on yourself and come back to me and let me know whether this works, whether this does not work. And we will find out newer ways to move to a better place. So we were talking about self coaching using Grow model. Let me give you an example of how, personal example of how I use the Grow model to reach an intention which I set for myself. So, in one of my self coaching talks, I asked myself, what is it that I will repent of if I die today? And the response was not being a driver. I know it must be funny for you, but it was very, very important for me. There's something from within me that was telling that it's important that you learn driving because you may need it. So that's a different story. I can tell you later on that how I needed it. But what is important for now is how did I set for myself? So my goal was I want to be a driver. And the reality was I have been to driving school for 3 times. I tried for 17 years. And though I had my car, I wanted to sit for driving. I asked my driver to teach me, and he said, "Ma'am, you drive straight." This was a point which came in. Please drive straight. I don't understand. I'm driving straight. So, anyway, I tried and no one allowed me to drive, I can say. So, it was so much that I told myself that I'm born to be driven. And I left this. But this inner intention was very clear. I have to be the driver. So, I set my clear, how important was this goal? Being a driver was very important. And the reality was, I tried many times. Also, the reality was, I was very uncomfortable with manual cars. So, I needed an automatic car. I also needed a very small car. So, all to take care of all this, I went and I bought an electric small car, which was automatic. So then I needed to start. So I joined the school. I learned once again, how to drive. And it was important that I take my car and go out. So I requested one of my neighbor. She sat, I said, can you sit with me while I drive? She said, yeah, of course, I can help you. And she was there with me, but she kept on touching my steering and making it straight and said, why can't you drive straight? So my reality was I was not driving straight. So I tried to find out, feedback on why am I not driving straight? This was not coming to me. So I was, this incident that she also said, please drive straight. I went and I asked another of my friend, I was telling this is what is happening. And he said, I think you'll drive like a movie star. I said, what do you mean? So he said, in the movies, you see the steering, the driver sits and, rotates the steering wheel you've seen. And this is what exactly happened. In my mind, I have seen movie stars driving like this. So I was turning the steering wheel like this. Now, this is a power steering. You don't need to do it. You just have to hold it. I realized it was something which was in my mind. It was stuck and I was not able to drive well. Done. This problem was solved. This option, I am holding my steering and I'm moving ahead. It was done. Gradually, I became very confident. I started driving 50 kilometers a day, 25 kilometers up and down, and was very comfortable. And I started taking calls. I started eating because it was a very long drive. And in 1 year, my car went to the hospital for 7 times. That became the new reality. I was okay, but there were like things happening, small bangings, always on the left side. So reality was there was banging, small bendings on the left side. I was driving fast and I was doing things which I'm not supposed to do. So, what were my options to take care of all that? So, I did that. So, basically, I slowed down. I stopped taking calls, though there were speaker, hands free. Still, I stopped taking calls and I slowed down. I Another interesting thing which I missed was one of the feedback given by one of my friend was, when you are driving, you just look straight. You don't have to look into the other mirrors. It will give you the confidence, because I told him that I feel very nervous each time I look into the mirror. When any car is about to overtake, I feel nervous. He said, don't worry about it, don't look at them, you drive straight. So one of those feedback, that was something which led me to this reckless driving, which gave me the confidence. So you can see the conflicting thing. One is, because I was not looking at it, it gave me the confidence, but it was not the best kind of driving. So I realized that. So all these clarity was coming up very clearly. I took care of that. And now it's more than 10 years I'm driving, and there's, touch wood, there's no such accidents that had to be, for which my car had to go to the hospital. So coming back to it, if you set the goal, check the reality, and list down what are the options, decide your way forward and move. But then if there is a new reality, keep moving. My goal was same. I wanted to be a driver, confident driver, but my reality kept on changing. Till the time I became the school, I kept on going. So this was for all of you who are thinking of doing something which you really wanted to do and never started. This is how you can coach yourself. So self coach yourself, decide your intention, your goal, check where you are in your reality, look at what are the options, decide your way forward, and move towards your desired goal. In this journey, I'm there with you. If there is any thoughts, any clarification, send me an email or WhatsApp me, and I will respond back to you. Happy self coaching to you. Let me see you a better version of yourself.